What's going on YouTube? And in today's video, I'm gonna be taking a look at the New Balance 1890 Hornet Tusk by Action Bronson.
Till the sun just won't rise and heaven's under eyes. I'm living to die for you, there ain't none after you.
So if you guys know me, you know that I love Action Bronson. I love all of his sneakers. I think he's a great dude. One of the most unique human beings on this earth. He does it all. I'm gonna go over every little detail of the shoe, from the materials, the comfort, the shoe itself, what it resembles and what you can do in it. Just all things about the shoe. I'm gonna break it down and give a super in-depth review. So Action Bronson has a laundry list of New Balance collaborations. He's over 10. He has a bunch of pairs from 992s to 990 V6s, what he started out with, the 1906. He's put his foot in a lot of doors, and New Balance allowed him to debut this new silhouette with the 1890. Not only did they give him one pair to debut, they gave him two. This was the first pair to release, the Cyborg Tiers, and then this one came out shortly after it. Action Bronson is the perfect person to debut a sneaker like this. This just feels so uniquely him and so authentic. I'm really excited to show this pair off, and I've talked about this one a lot. I'm gonna compare the two, but for right now, we're all about the Hornet Tusk. So like I had mentioned, the 1890 is a brand new silhouette. It takes the upper of an 890 V3. The midsole comes from the old 2002 and the old 1906. This isn't a new technology. I got that confused in my last video about this shoe. So this isn't new technology. It just comes straight from the old 2002 and the old 1906 before they redid them. I think this is an extremely nice piece of technology, this Absorb. We'll get into it later, but I really love the comfort of this shoe. All right, so now it's actually time to break down the materials of the sneaker and really dive deep into it. The thing I love most about this sneaker, this specific pair, is this leather overlay we get in the front half of the shoe. The other pair was like a synthetic plastic. This pair is a very premium leather. The leather on this pair is one of the best cuts of leather I've seen on a New Balance in a really long time. I know with the Up There 991 V2, we got probably the most premium leather I've ever seen. I think this is a step below it. I've seen leather on New Balance, like I've seen it on the Untitled V6, and it just felt very plasticky. It just felt, just bare minimum. But this right here has a nice soft crease to it. It's almost plush. It's just beautiful how it, bends when you press on it, and it's gonna age very well. I like leather on my New Balance because they're more wearable in the rain. I don't like to, ruin my suede. So this is a perfect shoe to handle the elements, especially in the summer. I'm really excited to see how it holds up. But yeah, I'm just a very, very big fan of this leather cut. And I just think they did a really good job at picking this. It's very premium. It's something you would see on a made model. So that kind of maybe will play into the price as why it's so expensive. But I really do appreciate the leather quality on this, and for this reason, that's already why I like it more than the Cyborg Tiers pair. The mesh on this pair, the mesh underlays, is phenomenal. It's this extremely unique pattern. I've never seen this before on any New Balance. Action Bronson really, took his time with it. It looks like it's double layered. You get this open hole mesh, and then you just get a nice thin mesh layer under it, nothing crazy. Very breathable, very pliable. You can really just, this shoe is so pliable, you can kind of just do whatever you want with it. That's what it's gonna make it so useful, for the gym, for running, if you wanna, wear it all summer long like I'm going to. This mesh is extremely breathable, and it's very friendly to your foot. You get these bonded synthetic overlays that are kind of like in the middle of the shoe with this N. It's very interesting. It's sewn on with one layer of stitching, and it just looks very unique, kind of holds the structure of the shoe, keeps the N in place very nicely, and it just looks cool. It just has a nice structure to it. Put some laces through it. It looks great. But like I said, it's probably just for functionality as far as, holding the sneaker up in place. Like I said, it's a super pliable shoe. On this pair, you do get reflective accents under the leather. You get this nice reflective on the toe like you would on a V6. And then you get these three little, driplets on the side, which I think look really cool and, make the shoe pop. You get signature baklava rope laces. I love Action Bronson pairs because I love these rope laces. These look like the ones you would get in the Lapis Lazuli, but they're just a little darker. This is more of like a Timberland vibe to them, as well as like an LL Bean boot. I really do like these laces. I like that they kind of don't fit in with the shoe at all. I think it looks good, and it just, really does a nice job of tying the shoe together and making it feel very workwear. One thing that kind of, has an upper hand on this shoe is this suede on the back. The other pair didn't have any suede on it. Super smooth, super buttery. It's got 1890 branding on it, as well as New Balance branding on the back. It just has a nice flow to it. It has this like nice plush material under it. It's gonna age really well over time. This like mustard kind of yellow suede does a really nice job of making this shoe pop. The box is nothing crazy. We just get a baklava branded box. You know, it has it on the lid and then brown on the back. Nothing crazy, same thing we've gotten from the last few pairs with the blue and the yellow, and then the other Cyborg Tears pair came with the same box. On the tongue, you do get Baklava branding, New Balance 1890. It's in this thick rubber material, which I think is kind of cool. Just really screams Action Bronson and showing off what the silhouette is, because it is a new silhouette you might not know. So if someone asks you, you just show them the badge you got on the 1890. The colors on the shoe are very daily friendly. What I mean by that is you can wear this shoe every day if you want to. I know the yellow kind of screams at you and the blue N is kind of a lot, but compared to other Action Bronson pairs, this is probably one of his most wearable pairs, right along the Rose Waters and the Untitled's. I like when he goes with the white base to his shoes, like the Untitled was one of my favorite shoes last year, and I really did like the Rose Water. I wore that all the time. So I'm a big fan of the colors, the white creaminess to it, and then you get this like other color yellow. It looks really good on the midsole. You get the yellow up top with the eyelids, the steel blue tongue, the blue N obviously looks great. On the bottom, you get more blue, some green hints, and then the icy sole. The colors on the shoe are phenomenal. They're very intentional, and I like that you can kind of, you know, wear this more than you'd like to think you can. I think I'm gonna wear this shoe a lot more than I'm aware of, if that makes sense. I'm gonna fall in love with this more and more each time I wear it and really put a beating on it just because it's more wearable. Like the Cyborg Tears pair, that's a really hard wear if you ask me. Same with like the Digital's Purpurea, same with the Tiger Eye. But if you're a fan of Action Bronson shoes, you find a way to make it work. So like I said, the Absorb midsole is not new technology, but it is brought back and revived. It features an all Absorb midsole. You get a stability web on the bottom. The shoe feels very smooth. It's very high technology. It's very responsive. You know, you take a step and it really flows you into your next step, which I really do appreciate. It's not like anything that can be compared to. Like, I don't think you can compare this to a 990. I don't think this is anywhere like a 990. It's a very flat shoe. There really isn't much heel to toe drop. I really do appreciate that because that makes it very good for the gym, standing all day and just, you know, just casual walking. The shoe is very comfortable. The most comparable thing I could say what it feels like is the back part of a 1906 or a 2002R. That back heel part kind of feels like what you're walking on all the way through this shoe. I'm really excited to start wearing it more because I haven't really touched my Cyborg Tears since I got them, but since this pair came in, I'm like, all right, I gotta throw these straight to feet, no matter the weather. These gotta see the world. I'm a big fan of stability. I like to be in the sweet spot of stable and also, you know, foam feeling. The 990 V6 is a little too much foam for me on some days, and the 992 might be a little too sturdy on days. I feel like this is the perfect mix between the two. It's, like I said, it's responsive. It's a great feeling shoe on foot. And specifically this pair right here, the other pair felt very stiff and, you know, just sturdy. This one, your foot can just flow all the way through it, and it just feels really good on your foot. It's not really something I can describe. You're just gonna have to try it for yourself. I really think the mesh is a big contributor to that and how, you know, loose the leather is, and it just really fits well on your foot. The tongue is completely detached from the shoe other than here and then through the laces, so I think that could contribute to it as well. The tongue itself is pretty comfortable, nothing crazy. It really cups your foot really nice and has this material on top that really allows you to, when you put your foot in flexion, not feel that tongue jabbing into your ankle, which I really like. I feel like this shoe is gonna be pretty durable. I think the leather is gonna really, you know, have the shoe last longer than it should if it was just other like suede or something. I feel like the mesh with the double layering will last a pretty long time, but only one way to find out, and that's through a wear test. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Between this and the Cyborg Tears pair, I'm gonna wear them on and off pretty consistently. I'm not gonna wear them like every single day, but I am gonna put these to the test, wear them in the gym, go for runs on them, just do my daily life, hang out with my friends, just play around in them, just, you know, enjoy life in them, and then kind of document what that looks like to see how the shoe ages over time, because that's what I like to do. That's what this channel's for. That's what I find fun. So that's what I'll do. You'll see a lot of life put on these shoes, kind of like I did with the Rose Waters. I wore the Rose Water almost every single day. I don't know if I'll go that crazy with this pair, but you will see a substantial amount of wear on this pair. This is definitely more of a summer shoe, but I'm not gonna let myself hold off on it till then. They came out in February for a reason, so I gotta wear them. We get an all icy outsole from Action Bronson. Usually with the V6, we would just get the middle piece. And the Rose Water, we only got, I think, in the back. I really like the icy outsole. It's never gonna look this good ever again, and you just gotta understand that. It's got a nice track pattern to it, pretty durable, thick rubber, and you get the nice stability web with this cool blue foam under it that you can see through this clear plastic piece that goes all the way through the arch of the foot. And I think that really contributes to the actual comfort of the shoe, and it looks awesome. The sizing on the shoe is a big thing. I go true to size on the 1890. A lot of people said that they go a half size down. It is a longer shoe, but I think it's more of an active shoe, so you're gonna want that extra toe room. I'll wear true to size on this shoe for every pair. I will say this pair does fit a little bit different than the Cyborg Tears pair, but I think it's because it uses a thinner mesh, a more pliable mesh, and it has leather on it. I say go to true to size, but if you really want a snug fit, maybe go a half size down. A big concern with the 1890 and these two pairs in general is that they were kind of expensive. They were $210 retail. For the Cyborg Tears pair, I had to pay $240, so I had to pay like $30 in shipping. And then for this pair, for some reason, they gave you free shipping, so I only paid $224, I believe, for this pair. Still a lot, but that's not gonna stop me from buying it. Obviously, I'm gonna support Action Bronson, I'm gonna support New Balance, and I had to have this shoe, so I wasn't price sensitive to it. I'm just saying, if I'm gonna keep up with this, that price has gotta get cut down, especially for GR pairs. I'm hoping to see like a 180 price point. If you're gonna charge like 180 for the 2000, this should be on the same tier as that, in my opinion, but and I'm gonna keep buying them. I really don't care. This pair is very different from the Cyborg Tears pair. I think they're both worth having, but I do feel like the Hornet Tusk is a clear winner. I knew that before I even had the pair. I had to get both. I'll compare them in a couple videos. I'm not gonna say too much on the difference between them because I wanna wear them a little more, but for the most part, I just will say the Hornet Tusk, you know, really blows this one out of the water. I think with this shoe right here, Action Bronson has really cemented himself as one of the best creators, collaborators in the sneaker game right now. Not only just for New Balance, but for the community as a whole. We got all those V6s last year. We got the 992s, and it's only Q1 for this pair. So we got two pairs, and it's only February, and they're this good. Like, this is one of his best shoes. I will completely admit it is easily top 5. I don't know where it's sitting right now. I'm gonna have to wear it a little bit. I think what makes him so good at creating shoes and having so many good pairs and being able to come out with so many and people still wanting them is his use of materials and his diversity in silhouettes. Like, how can you go from a 992 all the way over to an 1890 that's never been touched before and make something equally as beautiful on both ends? I just think that's what really separates him from other collaborators. His flavor is so uniquely him to where he can spread it all around, and I just really appreciate that from him. He wasn't a one-hit wonder with the Baklava. He followed it up with the Lapis Lazuli, and now he's here with the Hornet Tusk and the Cyborg Tears, and he's still chefing. Like, it's truly amazing what he's able to do with this brand. And I'm so glad he chose New Balance and no other brand, because this is the perfect match for him. It's so authentic, it's so unique, and it just aligns perfectly. So let's go get an on-foot look at these, and then we'll come back for the conclusion. Like I was saying before, this shoe is an easy 10 out of 10. One of my favorites. Right now, it's my sneaker of the year. It's only February, but can that change? I don't know. He really outdid himself on this one. The Cyborg Tears, I think I had it at like a 7.9 out of 10. This is an easy 10 out of 10. I don't think the Cyborg Tears is anything bad, but man, this one just really blew it out of the water. This shoe is gonna have a very special place in my heart. I'm gonna wear it to a lot of things. I have a lot of big things coming up, whether it's, you know, hanging out with my friends or graduating college, just all kinds of things. This shoe is gonna see a lot. I'm scared how much I'm gonna wear it. I'm scared of what it's gonna look like. But for all I know, it's gonna live a great life, and I'm gonna have a lot of great memories in this shoe, and that's what it's all about. I love this new silhouette. I love the durability, the looks, the comfort, everything about this shoe is awesome. Go get a pair. This is a shoe that you need to have. If you're ever like thinking, oh, I need a collab, this is the pair to get. Let me know what you guys think on it. I know a lot of people caught this over the Cyborg Tears, so I'm excited to see what people have to say comparing the two. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of content you want to see after this, and have a great day.